Joining me now with more details about the First Lady's Fostering Our Future Summit, but bigger picture, what is fostering the future? He's the CEO of DMA United, the senior advisor to the First Lady, and one of the producers of that amazing documentary film, Melania, that is still breaking records. And he's our friend, Marc Beckman, back on the program. Marc, nice to see you, brother. How you been?
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
You've had a busy week, my friend. First, let me step back and ask you about this Fostering the Future, because the summit only lasted 2 days. But as my viewers heard, this is something that kicked off last year at the UN General Assembly. I heard that she got like 45 different First Ladies in from around the globe, but this is much bigger. It involves much more, and it goes way beyond just 2 days. Fill us in, Marc.
That's right, Dan. Thank you again for having me. I mean, this week in D.C. has truly been nothing short of epic for our First Lady, but also for the entire country. It's an important part for America. As you mentioned, Fostering the Future Together is a global coalition that First Lady Melania Trump created to empower children all over the world with education and technology. Incredible best-in-class nations across the planet from every continent joined us in Washington, D.C., but now their mission will sustain. They'll take on local meetings, they'll do studies, they're going to create private sector and public sector partnerships, all to benefit these children of the next generation.
I love hearing that. And so these ladies that she had in, there's more, you were telling me, than just 45 of the nations that showed up. There's a lot more, and they're going to be doing this from now beyond. And obviously it's something that the First Lady would hope carries on even past her and President Trump's term, I would think, right?
I got to tell you, like, something that's been really enthusiastic. We haven't spoke about this yet, so like really, this is breaking news for you. But
okay.
What happened yesterday, we noticed, is that our First Lady empowered these other First Ladies, and they want to take action. They feel it's like almost as if Melania Trump anointed them now to like go and help the next generation as it relates to technology and education. So by way of example, the small Caribbean island of St. Kitts and Nevis has a super intelligent, tech-oriented First Lady, and she asked us afterwards if she could run a regional Fostering the Future Together gathering within the Caribbean for the Caribbean states. Really interesting what happened. So it became electric, like almost infectious as it relates to our leadership, Melania Trump's leadership. Well, inspiring these other first spouses.
True leader to get people on board with a mission. Let's be real, right? Let's talk about the military. I'm a vet. When you go in, when you're trying to get the troops riled up to go, you need that leader right at the helm, that captain, that colonel, that general, that admiral that can steer, that can lead. And I feel like probably some of these First Ladies are in nations where, let's be real, ladies don't take a big role, right, in politics. They're just the wife of the president, of the dictator, of the commander, of the whatever. And so, yeah, seeing Melania do it and then her emboldening them and saying, now go back to your country and do the same thing for your kids, probably pushes those ladies to go do it in a country maybe that necessarily women don't have a say, let's say.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And there are some big countries that came, as you know. We had Poland, we had Morocco, we had France, we had Saudi Arabia, UAE, Israel. I mean, the list was truly impressive. But one thing that, again, Melania Trump did that no one else spoke about was the financial, the economic impact that this type of advancement can bring to the next generation of Americans. She ended her remarks, her keynote speech, really, with this concept of if American children dominate with regards to education and technological literacy, then what we could do is claim economic superiority for the next generation by unlocking our GDP, by attracting more investment, and unleashing a slew of new innovation through intellectual property, Dan. So it was really interesting where she took it.
Yeah, and we need that. Let's be real, right? China and other countries have been eating our lunch. When it comes to tech, high tech, when it comes to education, our numbers have been dwindling. So getting our kids smarter into books with, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I hate these things, but it's the wave of the future. It's everywhere. I know AI and robots and cell phones are all part of our fabric now. And I guess we better embrace it and we better control it, because that's something we got to worry about too. If our enemies or our foes control AI and other things before we do, that could lead to global issues. And so I commend our First Lady for doing something like this to help that next generation, because you take what she's doing with the fostering of the future, and then you take President Trump's Trump accounts, right? And you got American kids getting some money in the bank, and then a good education that's hopefully not woke and skewed to the left and patriotic, since I hate to say it, but we've been teaching kids a lot of anti-American liberal woke crap.
Correct.
I mean, Team Trump, when it comes to DJT and Melania, these two get it for the next generation. And because they're parents, grandparents, and they understand it. They get it.
Yeah, it's really a powerful moment. And, you know, the First Lady, like you mentioned, that the First Lady is very sober about the fact that as Americans, we need to compete internationally. If we slow down because we're afraid, we're going to get beat. Everybody else is going to keep on racing, whether it's China or the Middle East. So we need to win this victory. But she's also balances nicely her tech optimism with safety concerns, and she addressed this too. So it was a cool part of the conversation actually yesterday.
Very cool. Marc Beckman, a senior advisor to our First Lady and friends in management for decades with her. If you haven't seen Melania, folks, do yourself a favor, go watch it. He helped produce that movie as well. It's still crushing records, and I believe there's going to be some behind the scenes and a different type of web series or TV series even get dropped this summer, you told me. But we'll hold that for the next interview. There's more to come with Melania, the docuseries, but I'll wait for that. Marc, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.